Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ace match for Red Hat Hatling versus Google ProxyBatch, Week 6 of Corporate Esports, Starcraft 2, Spring 2019 season. We are on Week 6. Yesterday we had a really thrilling match between Red Hat and Google that went the distance, 2 games to each side. Due to some scheduling conflicts, we had to reschedule the final match. But we are bringing it to you live this evening. Some bonus Starcraft. I'm pretty excited. Joining me today, substitute caster from the Red Hat Hatlings, Zip.
Yep, you can consider me the substitute teacher. Treat me likewise, and yeah, I'll be here to try to explain all of the nitty-gritty details of the game.
Yeah. Appreciate Zip filling in for the rest of our casting crew. Of course, our main tech guy, Patch, playing in today's match. He will be playing on Year Zero. Never mind the maps showing on the screen there. That is my bad. It hasn't been updated for this week yet, but I assure you that the lobby is set up and we are ready to go. We loaded in just a few more seconds. TVZ here between Red Hat and Google.
That countdown really gives me goosebumps.
Oh yeah, everybody's excited to see some more StarCraft, and bonus StarCraft on Sunday, the best kind there is.
Well, I don't know. I think Tuesday is a pretty good day for StarCraft myself.
I agree. It's a pretty good day. So, starting in the upper right corner of Year Zero here, we have our red Zerg from Team Google, Pacifists. And on the left side is Year Zero, for the Red Hat Hatlings, our blue Terran Patch. It seems our teams have switched up colors here. Red Hat going with the blue team, and Google going with the red team.
Yeah, this being a rescheduled game, it's kind of a makeup game. Things were thrown together hastily, and it seems like each player put on the other player's clothes for this match.
Exactly, and I hate to interrupt here, but we've got 2 SCVs moving across the map. We might be seeing some interesting play. I'm not sure if that's a miss rally. One of those SCVs carrying some minerals with them.
Surely it is. I can't think of what else it could be.
Well, I can tell you right now, that looks like a Proxy Rax.
Well, see, he probably misrallied and then thought, well, what's the best thing I could do with this mistake?
Yes.
My only way out.
Pacifist dropping going ahead and dropping his natural there. Has no idea what's coming yet. That first Overlord starting the scout is moving down in this direction, but on that path that he's currently headed, he will miss scouting those 2 racks. This could be devastating.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty strong build, and Maru really showed through the entirety of 2018 that proxying really any building he wanted to would lead to a victory.
Not so effective on the ladder these days, as people have started to adapt to it. Not being so greedy with their openers and stuff. Interestingly, no gas dropped yet for Pacifist. Just the first guys are going down now. If we took a look back in Patch's base, Patch putting up that 3rd barracks right there at the front. Make it seem as if nothing is amiss as that scouting overlord comes in. But the 2 barracks done at the proxy with the 3rd proxy back started. First 2 Marines starting to pop out. We'll see what type of timing he goes with here. That natural hatchery just now popping, no chance to cancel it. He's going to start working on Queens and loading it up with drones. 4th barracks now going down at the proxy location. Looks like Patch is all in here. He just wants to go all the way.
Yeah, he's having a good old time with this. That is a very interesting gas timing from Pacifists. It's much later than the standard, where you get your gas immediately before or immediately after the pool, but his pool was nearly done when he dropped that gas. So
right, yeah, as you can see, only up to 88 gas, 92, 96, just now would be able to start ling speed. With these Marines coming in, you're going to want to have ling speed to help get the surrounds, get them caught out of position out on the map, but
absolutely.
He doesn't even have
some 6 Marines moving in. Let's see what happens. There's not a single ling on the field.
The wall starting there to block the wall with the Marines coming in. Reacts immediately, cancels the Spore Crawler, cancels the other Evo chamber, and they're starting to work down this hatch.
I don't see any way that hatch can stay up at this point. There's 4 lings on the way.
Just now starting those Lings with 3 spine crawlers, excuse me, in the main, backing up with those 2 queens, going to drop the Roach Warring. Interesting, deciding to go with a little bit more of a tech response here. Way more Marines than Lings on the field at the moment. Hatch down to about half health with 1 queen there just popping out, ready to deal with it. Going to try to pick off some of those reinforcements as the Marines move into the main. Drones pulled to try to help surround this. Let the queens start to pick off these Marines. All the boys pulled. Those Lings and drones running in. Patch retreating very quickly. But it seems the damage may be done. That's a lot of lost mining time on all those drones. Forcing a lot of larva to be spent on these Lings here. Continuing to pump out Marines out of these 4 barracks, though, but his window for doing a lot of damage may be closing. What's it going to take for the Zerg to get back into this, you think, Zip?
Those 2 spine crawlers he's moving down to the bottom and rooting are going to make it very hard to move up that ramp at this point. There's 3 roaches on the way as well, so it's kind of looking like he may have held. He lost quite a few drones, but he's still up by 5. They were even at one point, but Pacifist has been droning like a, I don't know, like Rhett, and he's really catching up.
Yeah, so this is a dangerous position for Patch here. All of this production at the proxy location, Lings and Roaches coming in, going to clean this up. If that Zerg army decided to march across the map right now, Patch would have nothing at home to defend. Cut his workers to focus on that all-in, cheesy kind of build. We'll see what Patch's follow-up is here. Meanwhile, the Zerg just continues to macro behind this to now double the supply. Notably, 16 army to 0. Patch literally nothing at home to defend. Did start that +1 infantry upgrade for weapons, but not going to help as much if he doesn't have anything to take advantage of that.
Sure, those barracks are flying back, but barracks has moved slower than roaches.
Yeah, not going to get there in time. Meanwhile, the one barracks at his main ramp, building a reactor right now, not in any kind of position to build units. He's going to have to pull workers. He's going to have to do something, get some repair going. I don't know what he can do to defend here.
I don't know either. This is a lot of army supply knocking at his door, and yeah, there's tech lab going down on the factory is keeping it from building anything. Looks like he's pulling the boys to repair, but those supply depots are going down.
Yeah, all the workers pulled, but it's not going to be in time, and pulled to the wrong side, not able to repair those depots. Workers starting to clean up the Lings a little bit, but taking a lot of damage. 10 workers already killed. Barracks about ready to land in the base, but not getting any economy behind this. No money in the bank, not much supply to work with. He can get that Widow Mine out and get a choice hit. Maybe he can even the count here, but they pick up the Widow Mine.
Those barracks on top of the roaches, he would be in a good spot. The thing that Terran players have been wishing for the last 20 years.
Yeah, big advantage for the Terran army, able to lift off those buildings, move them around, but less useful if you can't land them on enemy units. Looking rough for Patch right now. Looks like this is going to end up being a pretty quick GG. With this, even more roaches coming in. GG comes down from Red Hat. And with that, we have a quick 3-2 victory for Google.
Well, a good game to both players. Pacifists. I'm curious to ask him why his name is presumably he's a pacifist, but maybe he is representing a group of pacifist friends that he has. I don't know. But also to Patch, he pulled out the strategy he thought gave him the best chance of winning, and although it didn't work out, there were some scary moments there for pacifists.
Oh yeah, that was it was looking like a really strong timing for him to hit, but didn't quite do the damage. Decided to pull his Marines into the main to start working away at that base. Pacifist making a really smart move, pulling everything back into the main to defend. Maybe if Patch had decided to stay in the natural there, go ahead and focus on dropping the hatchery and then retreating, damage done, he could have, sort of maintained a neutral position and gone into a little bit of a longer game. But as is, just wasn't able to do a lot of really lasting permanent damage to his Zerg opponent.
Yeah, that may have helped. He did have a command center on the way, as we saw. So if he had dropped the Zerg down to one base, the worker advantage would have been a bit neutralized, and um, either that or having just moved all of his Marines into the main, like commit either to killing as many workers as possible or taking out that natural. But as it stands, he took the natural down to half health and then got pushed back.
Yeah, and I maybe would have liked to seen maybe a bunker go down in the natural as well. Just give him his Marines a little bit more fortified position when those Lings come out to attack with. But
True.
Unfortunately, that is the loss for Red Hat. So Red Hat drops to 2-4 on the season. Really sort of hitting a brick wall with a lot of these Google teams. Meanwhile, Google ProxyBatch moves up to 3-3. They're now 500 on the season. They're all teams angling for a really good seeding in the tournament that will commence in simply 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks left in the regular season. I'm sure there's lots more exciting StarCraft to see. We will be back every Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, where we'll see Zip and the rest of the Red Hat Hatlings continue to fight. And hopefully see some more wins.
I would say we'll get him next time, but this Swiss format does not allow us to play the same team twice.
Indeed, it doesn't. But it does give us a good variety of teams. We get to see all the fantastic names. We get to see all the fantastic logos. Tons of creative people in this league. Certainly professionals at their own jobs, but not professionals in StarCraft. So with that, we're going to sign off. I would like to thank Zip for hopping on, co-casting with me for this sort of short stream. And with that, we will see you next time. GG.
Peace.